things that need to change, not just that, He's saying he spent 500K on roll-up alone.
Peace to the leaders, achievers, hip-hop believers, and future seers. You already know what time it is. Welcome to another edition of State of the Game, brought to you by SA Hip Hop on the Grind, as well as the Hustler's Corner. My name is the Overyt, the man who definitely does control the hype. And before we start this podcast, sponsored by MoFire, any flavor that you are looking for, you can get it anywhere. And yeah, man, State of the Game is that whole situation where we talk about the state of the game in terms of culture as well as life. And my guest next to me does not really need an introduction. Personally, I met this man 10 years ago when I was like 19, it was my first year of actually serving hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And I bumped into him after speaking about him on air, FM. And yeah, it was the Art Center vibes, and then we've been chilled ever since, actually, you know what I'm saying? So without any further ado, I know there's 2 or 3 people in the studio. Can we make some noise for Mr. Rashid K?
Yeah.
How you doing, sir?
What up, bro?
I'm blessed, man. How you doing?
I'm all good. Can't complain.
Yo, like, I didn't want to give you like a title. I don't want to give you like, yo, this man has done this. Like, I feel like this podcast is just a thing of, we need to like introduce you to like this new audience, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
And also from the point of view, we need to like break it down from the jump, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Before we get started, who is Rashid K and what does he identify himself as within hip hop?
I don't know, man. I'm just hip hop activist, because I'm everything that has to do with hip hop, I'm involved, whether it's TV, radio, SA Hip Hop Awards, Back to the City, the Masterclass podcast, music as a rapper myself. Like, I'm involved in all aspects of hip hop, so that's just that. I'm hip hop.
Okay, and like, because now like when people like think about like hip hop, right? So we always think about like music, so to speak. So your perspective, like, what is hip hop?
Hip hop is not is more than just music, Rap is hip hop, but hip hop is not rap, So because hip hop has a lot of elements. It could be anything. It could be fashion. It could be skating, graffiti. It could be DJing. It could be business. Hip hop is very like diverse. So you can do anything within hip hop. And with me to discover this thing, to do all these things, I once attended a Master Ace press conference when he was here for the first time in 2008. A Master Ace said, if you're a rapper, if you can write, if you can tell a story in 4 minutes, don't limit yourself within like 3 verses. If you can tell a story in 4 minutes, you can tell that story in an hour and make it a movie. You can turn that thing into a documentary. You can write a magazine or newspaper article. A lot of rappers tend to limit themselves, like within 16 bars. 16 bars, you're done. You looking for another 16. There's a lot. If you can write music, it means you're an author, you're a writer, and it doesn't end with music. That's why I ended up writing TV shows and producing radio shows, being a content producer and a script writer. It all started with rap. It's not something that I studied. I don't have a master's or an honors in script writing or content producing. It's something that all came from rap, And ironically, the guy who gave me my first TV job was DJ Spoo on Friends Like This.
Shout out to the big homie, man. Speaking of which, man, let's actually crack open a can.
My first TV job was
crazy.
Friends Like This through DJ Spoo.
Damn.
Which expanded because Friends Like This was Urban Brew.
Yeah.
I ended up working for Yo TV.
Yeah.
I produced battle stations. Remember where Fred Packer was a presenter, and there was Nadia as a judge. That hip hop show was on UTV.
On SABC One.
SABC One.
Yeah.
Every day after school. Yeah, that was me. And then I moved to this is TV. I moved to I Love That Productions. I did Ones and Twos, which is not hip hop, but it's
a DJ show.
House DJs. Yeah, I did that. Wemshega won that competition. Prince KB won that competition. You know, and then from I Love That Production, I moved to Red Pepper, where I produced a couple of shows, mainly She's Knees to She's Live. You know, I produced that and a bit of Frenzy. Yeah. You know, from Red Pepper, I moved to TMF, where I produced One Mic on SABC One. You know, 3 seasons. Basically that's TV, and there's another story for radio as well.
We're gonna get there. I feel like we need to like get to like the beginning, and like how old were you when you got exposed to hip hop, and what was happening in your life at the time?
I think I was about 9, 10. I was in primary. My brothers used to play a lot of hip hop that I didn't like. You know,
like who?
Like MC Hammer, like Heavy D, like Vanilla Ice, until they played Snoop Dogg, The Doggy Style. Then I was like, yeah, this is cool. I can vibe with this, you know.
And South Africa, like in terms of like South Africa, like politically, and us having exposure to that like music, how easy or how hard was it to get that kind of music? Because now, from what I've heard in terms of my research, the music would come through Cape Town, and then it would get spread down this side of the world, right? So like, how easy or how hard was it to access?
I don't know about that, but because in Joburg we had Look and Listen. So at Look and Listen, or even Musica, if you see an album on a magazine, on the Source magazine, you see they reviewing albums. You can go to any CD store and order that album. You might get it after a month or 2.
Oh snap!
Yeah,
okay,
but like that's how we used to get music, you know. Sometimes you had people who were traveling, exchange students, they come with music, we do that, or somebody going overseas, we make duplicates, we dub, that's how the music spread around.
And like in terms of like getting involved, because now it's one thing to be a fan of the music, and then seeing a gap within a space. How did you, or what happened that led you to want to get involved within hip hop on a cultural level?
I think it was based on us knowing each other on the street level when there was no social media. So there used to be these ciphers at Gandhi Square.
Around what year?
I don't know to be specific, because it was an ongoing thing for years. Yeah, like every day after school, it was the meeting place. Gandhi Square by the buses. It was the meeting place, and everybody knew everybody. You know, like before Cats had albums, before the Pro Kids had albums, they used to battle there. You know, I met Osmic there. So when these things started, Osmic knew who's good at what. When he was putting a team together for like Back to the City or the SA Hip Hop Awards, he already had people in mind to work with. You know, that's how I got involved, through Osmic. Yeah. And then there was like other stuff, like from there you do your own things like radio, TV, you know, all the other stuff. But like it all started with being active within the hip hop spaces, the hip hop sessions. Yeah.
And like, what does it take for one to, because now I've got a love for hip hop, I've got a love for rhymes and writing, but my strength lies in bringing people together. similar to what you're doing. So now,
Yeah.
on your side, like, what do you think it takes to be a king, so to speak, to be with regards to the culture, someone who pushes the culture?
Just don't box yourself. Just don't box yourself. You know. Kanye West says nobody took him serious as a rapper because he was a producer. Everyone boxed him as a producer. And when he went to fashion, like, this rapper, what do you know about fashion? You know, and he outsold everyone. And then he went to do their sneakers. Like, so he never boxed himself. But every time you're trying to do something else, people are gonna box you. You know, even if you don't box yourself, people are gonna box you. You know, you're gonna go there like, this radio guy, you rap too. You know, that they already boxed you, you know, without knowing that probably they just discovered your raps. They don't know that that's the first thing before you did everything else. You started with rapping on the street, you know. Now, somebody is gonna be like, this dude is taking advantage because he's on TV or on radio. He's a rapper now, but he doesn't know the backstory, you know, and that shows that that person has already boxed you. So don't box yourself. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about like the different eras of hip hop, South African hip hop that you have been exposed to. Can you talk to us about like the MCs that were most relevant at the time? Like most relevant at the time, and then can we just like move down the line? Like we need a hip hop masterclass.
I did that on the masterclass episode 101, the history of SA hip hop. Go check that out.
Okay.
But most of it, like before my time, it was based on research. You know, interviewing elders like DJ Ready D and other people. You know, most of it was based on research. Not that I was there personally. There are instances where I experienced it myself, cause I went to that club. You know, I saw Dead Prez when they were in South Africa. I attended Black August in Park Station when Black Thought and Jero the Damager and all these guys were here. Talib Kweli, you know. So a lot of these things that happen around Joburg, I from my high school days, I witnessed them. I mean, I was fortunate to witness them. But stuff that happened in other provinces or cities, Cape Town, like what was happening in Bed Center in Durban, that's based on research, like asking people, interviewing people. So yeah, but like in Joburg, I think the first superstar MC, superstar rapper was Amu. Yeah.
Okay.
Before he even had a record, he was like the biggest thing in Joburg.
And like, how did his name like buzz? Because there wasn't any social media then, and there was no record, as you said.
There was YFM, Rap Activity Jam, and then there was Le Club. Because Le Club, there's always open mic, you know, and Amu and his friends and Selvin and them used to hog the mic. Before they let anyone else rap, they would rap first, you know. So there was those things. There was Zach Takile, Voice of Soweto, as well. They had something similar to Rap Activity Jam, you know. So those were our social medias and the street. So like the game back then, it was the talent could be filtered, you know. Not anyone could enter the cypher. Not anyone could jump on stage and rock the crowd. It was difficult, you know. It was not like now you can rap for 30 seconds and post it on TikTok and then it goes viral. You know, it was not that easy. You had to like impress people at the
At a face value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, I think it's better now, it's easier now, it's different now, you know. Now it's not even about the music anymore. It's about strategies. Who has a better marketing plan?
Or better bag.
Who has a bigger budget?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's not about music, because 90% stuff that you hear on radio, it's paid for.
Yeah, and like it also like, for me, I feel like that whole thing actually like hurts hip hop, because now we're not able to filter through, like you're saying, we're not able to filter through. And because you're not cultured, because now the best way to see who's the dopest guy is hearing him in a cypher, right? So is that what we're lacking right now? And is that where the culture and the industry are not meeting each other halfway?
That's at the beginning, that's what killed Kasi Rap. Because remember when the Pro Kids and the Squatter Camps and the H2O, all these guys blew up. It was pure talent. There was no middleman. There was no PR companies. You know, it was, if the song is hot, it's wonderful, it's gonna be on radio and TV. Uzuzumo, it's gonna be on radio and TV because it's hot, not because somebody ran a marketing campaign and paid so and so. So, and then when SA hip hop went mainstream,
which was what year?
2000, when Squatter Camp got signed.
Oh yes, yeah.
2003, when Squatter Camp got signed, all the labels were looking for rappers. That's why everyone got signed there. You know, you had the Pitch Black Afros, the Pro Kids, the Selvins, the Squatter Camp, the Hidden Force. Everybody got signed then. That's when SA hip hop went mainstream. And then the capitalists saw an opportunity to open PR companies. No, you can't just go there without us. You have to go through us. That's when Kasi Rap died, and then you started seeing the rich kids. You know, infiltrating the game. Because they could pay kids from the north. They could pay PR companies. They could pay for expensive videos. They could pay payola. You know what I mean? So Kasi Rap started disappearing slowly on the mainstream. It was like the same old guys. If you heard anything that's Kasi Rap, it was the Pro Kids, the same old guys that got in organically, and then until it faded out. It's the same thing that's happening to rap right now. Now it's not just Kasi Rap, it's rap as a whole. You know, rappers don't have money, and now when we're talking these fees, we're talking from a 50k, 60k. You know, rappers don't have that money. That's what's gonna kill. That's what's gonna make rap disappear. You know, the same way it happened to Kasi Rap. You know, if you go to this company, to these companies, they don't care how dope you are. Like how much are we talking? Like, it's like how much are we talking? You know, and rappers can't even buy beers at events.
And this is something that like you and I both know very well. Because now we'd be inviting artists to come through, and the first thing you see is the drip. You're like, oh snap, okay, so this is the kind of party that we're having here. And then snap. So SA hip hop is not dying; it's been killed by the corporates. That's what you're saying.
Not intentionally. They're just the victims of circumstances, you know, because if they had that money that's needed, they'll survive.
So what's needed right now is a ambitious move, like where we get like a politician that has big bags to then push a label of artists and basically payola the way through.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things that need to change, not just that, you know. Even when it comes to support, do we support each other? You know,
what does support mean?
It means I'm performing as a rapper at a show. and 80% of the crowd is rappers. You know, you go to a Maskandi show, there's 50,000 fans. Nobody's trying to be an artist. That's the difference. You know, while you're busy there performing, somebody's like, I can do better than that guy. We don't have fans, people who appreciate the music for music.
So, cause now, like that's been my biggest argument in terms of support, and cause now remember, like the reason why, like I could say, the past era of hip hop was into hip hop was because of your EMTEEs and your Nasty C's. But now, that fan group, they're not really hits from the beginning, from the jump, right?
Yeah.
And because Amapiano, like that genre is now the new pop. It seems like the support has fallen because now that audience was supporting what's pop, essentially. Would you agree with that?
Hip hop is different. Hip hop is different because hip hop is a movement. Besides the music, hip hop has the whole cultural element. You know, the mistake a lot of hip hop cats make is you join hip hop, you become a hip hop head in 2014, and you don't want to go back. You know, you don't know the Spexes, you don't know the Mischiefs, you don't know the Mr. Selvins, you know, and that's wrong. You're not a hip hop scholar. Imagine a basketballer saying, I don't know Michael Jordan. That was before my time. Imagine a boxer saying, I don't know Muhammad Ali. I don't care. That was before my time. No, if you're a student of the game, no matter what it is, you do research, you get fully invested in whatever art form you involved yourself with. You know what I'm saying? You cannot say, me, I started with Aries and Nasty C. I don't care about the El Tidos and the AKAs and the Amus, and nah, that's not how it works. And the main problem is a lot of hip hop artists think they have fans. They don't have fans. Like hip hop, a lot of people who love hip hop are general music fans. A person who can go crazy for Nasty C today and tomorrow go crazy for Kabza the Small or Black Coffee. You know, they're not hip hop heads. They appreciate whatever that's hot, that's trending at the time. So you're gonna get this attention and a lot of views and then you think, hey, I got fans. No, they're not. Tomorrow they're gonna go with someone else who's hotter.
Okay, and like moving forward, because now it's almost like we don't have money and whatnot. Like, what do we do then as because now there's the upcoming people, there's the people that are somewhat established as well. What do we then do collectively to ensure the survival of this culture?
I don't know if I have an answer to that or I have a solution. But I'm saying whatever that's happening, we don't have enough. We're supposed to be having something like Back to the City in every province. You know, supposed to be having an equivalent of Back to the City in Durban, in Cape Town. Even if it's not all 9 provinces, at least if we can have that in 4 provinces, that's healthy for hip hop. You know? And sometimes we shoot ourselves in the foot because we're trying to be relevant. You know, we end up diluting our hip hop events with Amapiano because we're trying to pull the crowd, and it ends up not looking like a hip hop festival. Yeah.
And okay, so now as you guys know, like, well, the Back to the City clique and all that, what's your plans in terms of this year and moving forward? Because you just said that's a dope idea, actually, having a Back to the City equivalent in every like province. So like moving forward, like, what's your guys' plan within the team
about Back to the City?
Back to the City, and like Back to the City is the Hip Hop Awards, television as well. How do we get the game back? Or how are you getting the game back?
Back to the City is still there. Like we're gonna keep it in Joburg, you know. I think the best organizers for Durban events are Durban people. You know, the best organizers for Cape Town events are Cape Town people, because in South Africa there's a tendency, if you're from Joburg doing an event in Durban, no, we're not gonna let you fly. You know, so there's that. So if you're in Durban, do that in Durban. If you're in Cape Town, do that in Cape Town. We're gonna do this in Joburg, or someone else if he wants to do it in Joburg. It's there's no gatekeeping. You know, that's why at some point we had Back to the City, we had Cotton Fest, we had Pop Bottles, we had Major League Gardens, we had all of these things happening in Joburg. So there's no gatekeeping.
Yeah. And do you think we are together as a hip hop community? Are we as united as we need to be?
It depends, because the problem is we're all doing this thing for different reasons. Some people won't even talk to you if you're not talking about money. You know, and if I come to you because you offered me money, that's not unity. You know, and you know, the events, the free events that we've been doing, like the masterclass hip hop Sundays, we walk away with nothing.
Yeah,
you know,
word war as well.
You know, no, very few people can do events like month in and month out just for free. You know what I'm saying? So it's very difficult to talk about unity when we're not here for the same reasons.
Okay, so now what's your end goal as Rashid K, and like what do you want to like be remembered for as a pioneer?
I hate that question, because like different people will remember me for different things, you know, because in life you interact with people differently. You know, there's a person who met me for the first time when I was in a bad mood. That's his everlasting impression. Like Rashid is an asshole. He will always remember me like that, you know. So I cannot force or expect people to remember me the same way. Like you saying, you have different experiences with me. We met like 10 years ago at Center, KCFM, blah blah blah. Your experiences are different from the next person, you know. You could say, Rashid has always been there. Someone is gonna say, Rashid changed. Since he got a radio job, I haven't seen him since, you know. So like people have different experiences, and they will always have their version of the interaction, you know. Yeah, that's what Cat Williams was saying. If you wanted me to have a good impression of you, you should have thought about how you treated me. You know what I mean? Because yeah, it's like that. I know people see me as the hip hop guy. Some call me the gatekeeper, whatever, you know. But whatever you think, you know, a lot of people assume until they meet me, you know. So, but yeah.
Okay, can we talk about your music? Because now, like, I think you've been the busiest person for the past like 2 years. Like week in, week out, you're always dropping a single. Talk to us about like what led you to come back to the music and like chop it up from the jump. You know what I mean? And like have also people criticize, because now like one thing I also noticed, like as much as you're dropping and showing that like you are versatile in like many aspects of this hip hop thing, people will have everything something to say, right? So now, do you think that you jumping into music has somewhat, because now this is also my fears, I'm just projecting, do you think that you jumping into music kind of diluted your voice, because now you're dropping music and then there's some positivity here and there, and then on Facebook you have some people trashing your music? So now like so like I just want to know your perspective.
Okay, correction. I'm not coming back to the music because I never left.
Never left, yes sir.
Number 2, I'm not jumping into music. It's the first thing that I did before anything else. You know, as an artist, or an athlete,
Yeah.
you must be ready for such negative and positive comments, you know, and you must take it as it comes. You can't be in your feelings and be emotional about people who don't like your music, you know. Michael Jackson never sold 1 billion records.
Yeah.
He was not loved by everyone. So why do you expect that everyone is gonna love you and love your music? You know what I mean? So it's like that. It's like that. There's music that I don't like, but I don't voice it out. I just keep it moving. Some people feel that, okay, if I don't like it, I must say it. I don't like this, and you know, what do you do when you have two people? One says I don't like your music, another one says I love your music, I'm your number one fan. What do? You
rap for the one who wants to hear more.
Exactly. You flow with the positive energy. It means there are people who wanna hear what I have to say. You know what I mean?
No, I definitely hear what you mean, man. Yeah, because now I've personally been struggling with that, where now, you know, I've been pushing this radio thing, and then now someone will send me a beat, like radio will send me a beat. I go into studio.
Now people are gonna say, this radio guy is trying to rap. Me, when I met you 10 years ago, you were just a rapper.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But people, because now they know you from the podcast and from radio, they're gonna say, he's been interviewing rappers, he thinks he can rap now. Yeah. That's a public opinion you can't avoid.
Yeah, nah. Snap. Now that's crazy, man. That's actually hectic. So with your label and all that, like, what's your plan for Head Nigga in Charge Productions?
To expand it and make it, if I get enough budget, if I get the loot, I'll sign cats. Like, I've been traveling around the country, saw a lot of talent that you can easily market and sell, you know. But my only stumbling block is the budget. If you're out there, you have the money, invest here, HNIC Productions, and we'll multiply it.
Okay, and what how much does it like cost to like run a label for a year?
I don't know. It depends how much work you put in, you know. Because if you drop a single, you must drop a video, you must have a marketing plan, you must have this and that, promo, boost, pay influencers, you know, you must, like, that's off one song. You know,
so off one song you cost like maybe 200 stacks.
Yeah, roughly 200K on one song.
So a whole okay. So now let's say you got two artists that have 2 singles and an EP like waiting, 5 tracks. Yeah, and you still gotta organize your PR people, your videographers and everything. So
yeah.
How should like 800,000 for 6 months?
Bro, like you can't run a label with a shoestring budget.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I remember Kosi saying he spent 500K on roll up alone.
EMTEE roll up.
Yeah. Kosi from Ambitious.
Yeah.
He said he spent 500K on roll up alone. You know what I mean? So you must understand that how many singles came after that. Your Pearl Suit, your Pearl 2C, We Up, whatever, you know, and all of them were well marketed. There was a budget behind them, you know. So you can never run a label with the shoestring budget.
Damn. Okay, so what's the state of the game? Let's say 2023. Now, like, what's the state of the game, hip hop, and then how do you like predict 2024 is gonna be?
I think a lot of rappers are comfortable with hip hop now, because a lot of albums that came out in 2023. I heard Nasty C, I Love It Here. I heard P2 by Aries, Solomon by Casper, Boys in the Hood by Touch and Trill.
Yeah.
And all those albums, they were just hip hop. There was no piano or Afrobeat song trying to chase a hit. They were just doing themselves.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're gonna get a lot of hip-hop music, honest hip-hop music this time that has nothing to do with the bubblegum music that's trending, you know, because we had like artists trying this and that, chasing a hit. You know, I think last year they discovered that, you know what, let me do me.
Let's rap.
Yeah, let's rap.
Yeah. Okay, and like 2024, you reckon it's gonna be the same thing where now niggas that drop are gonna be dropping fire only? Because I also share the same sentiments about like the game. Last year was a beautiful year for hip hop. Even Words' project was crazy.
Yeah.
Like everyone actually came out and spat bars. So 2024, you expecting the same thing?
I'm expecting the same. And I'm expecting a lot of new cats to break through this year.
Like who?
I don't know who, but like Latinova Pounds has to come out, you know. Landrose has to come out.
Landrose, you better come out, bro.
You know, there's a lot of nice cats bubbling under, you know, and I'm like I have like high hopes for them in 2024.
Yeah, Lizzy Lindo Guhle as well.
Yeah.
There's lots of Venus needs to come out. There's a chick called Venus Raps.
I know Venus Raps, and there's MDU in Durban. There's Vocal Wise in Durban. There's OB Magic in Durban. Like all those cats are nice. So I'm expecting a lot from them in 2024.
Okay, and then what's your top 10 or top 5 in SA hip hop like right now? Over and above because now like we saw that list you dropped last week. We even went out into the streets. People were fighting you, and they're like, no, this list is. So like, what's your top 5 right now?
My top 5, like rappers or
yeah, MCs, like rappers, because we heard your group list.
Flip. I'll have to. It'll have to be specific, you know, like hip hop artists in general or just rappers, because you might have an artist, just a hip hop artist at number 1, and you have a lyricist at number 5, a guy who can spit, and then people are gonna say, no, this guy is not better than this, but not understanding the criteria. So we need to be clear when we say this guy is above that one. What is it based on? Okay,
in no order again. Like who you bumping right now? Komzanzi, like your top.
I'll give you my top 5 in no particular order.
Yes, sir.
Aries, Nasty C, Touchline.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, they did him dirty there at MTV. I was like, you put like, they made it seem like they're giving him a favor. I'm like, nah, Touchline worked in this year.
Touchline worked, yeah. McLaren.
Yes, sir.
And lastly, I would go for Words.
Words, yeah. I'd
go for Words. That's my top 5. Not of all time, for 2023.
For 2023.
Yeah.
Okay. And then in terms of, I don't know if you want to talk about it now and all that. SA Hip Hop Awards. When can we expect that?
Expect an announcement because there's a change of date.
Yeah.
I'm not yet at liberty to say it, but just follow me at Rashid_K RASHID_KAY, and you will know what's happening with the SA Hip Hop Awards. We have an announcement to make soon.
So because I'm a product of Spoo and all that, there's always something that I always do, man, in terms of like manifesting and all that.
Yeah.
So we're talking to the Rashid that has everything that he's desired in life and all that. I need you to go to the future, see that person, and then I need you to look at that camera over there and send a message to that person, like that Rashid that has gotten everything he's desired. Send that man a message.
Rashid K, you did well, man. In life, in business, family in general, you know, and you raise your kids well. Proud of you. Bless up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Remember the name, man. Rashid K. Yo, which camera am I looking at? Remember the name, man. Rashid K. Remember the name, yo. Rashid K. Remember the name, yo. Rashid K. Hey, yo, there's 4 or 5 people in the studio. What's this man's name? Yo. I'm blessed to have you in studio, sir. And I'd like to personally thank you for all those years. Like I met you when I was like 19.
Yeah.
And everything you've taught me, it's really dope that we're able to sit here right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And be able to break bread and communicate on that level, man. I hope you're proud of the work I've done all this years.
I am. From little kid that I met to you now. Like I'm proud. And I've seen your moves from the events to radio stuff. You know, everything you do. Like you. Plus, I have you on WhatsApp. You always send me stuff. Yo, I'm doing this and that. Like, oh, shout out. Yeah.
No diggity dub, man. So that was State of the Game, yo. Brought to you by SA Hip Hop on the Grizzly Grind, as well as the Hustlers Corner. You just experienced a dope interview with Rashid K. Follow us across all social media platforms. We are SA Hip Hop on the Grizzly Grind across all social media platforms. As for me, I am the Overyt, the man who controls the hype. And also a big shout out to M Studios for letting us operate over here, man. And like I'm saying, I am the Overyt, the man who controls the hype, and I'm over and out. Away.